Welcome back. Welcome back. Got to put my boy up there first. In loving memory, David Rodriguez, biggest homie, the realest person you'll meet out there, yo. This for you, Dave. For you, baby. But welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a minute, yo. It's been a minute. I apologize. A lot of things going on. You know, my man Dave and some other stuff. But tonight's a special night. We got some awards to give out. And I know we're not going to all agree, which makes it even better, So I want to thank y'all for watching on YouTube, listening on Anchor or Spotify, checking out the Facebook page. My man Tommy at the bottom right there runs. GM Tommy does a great job. Got to give it up to the new subscribers. We're getting new subscribers all the time. Leslie, got to give her a shout out first. I met her last week before, you know, my boy is passing and everything. Leslie, she's a Tar Heel fan. They #1 in the country right now. Hey. They #1 right now, so we'll see how they go. I hate UNC, so whatever. But then a dude I just met tonight, Jacob at JMU. Jacob, hey, much love for you, my friend. He's out here sharing it on his Snapchat stories, his Insta stories. This for you. Even though you're a Cowboy fan, you all right with me. You all right with me. And then GM Tommy's going to really love you because he loves them boys all the time. So we'll see. We'll see. Always love for my commander. Love for the mama and all the love for my mama and Dave and family. We love you. We love you, family. Anything y'all need, we got your back. Always supporting. Always supporting. Episode 135, fellas, where we talk about sports from Hall of Famers to the local talent to the big time storylines. And this big time storylines going on right now. We giving awards. We had the voting going on, and everybody else want to do a award show. So why we ain't doing one? We gonna do one because we do it better than anybody else.
Sounds good.
I hope y'all are ready for this. Y'all prepared. I know GM Tommy's prepared. I know my man's fresh looking. You know, for my 100. I was going with my 100th episode, John. I love it, Tommy. That's what's up. That's what's up. And we did that 100th episode at O'Neill's, which we have been asked to come back.
Hell yeah.
You know, some works about doing some JMU watch parties out there. McAdoo's is just waiting for me to say, let's go. So we need to get together and figure out what day we want to go out there. We already talked about it. Chris went out there the other day. A Thursday night football game in the background of us doing it. That might be hype. I just got to get everybody's schedule and see. And if y'all are watching, please comment in something. Let us know that you're going to be out there to support us when we're doing these watch parties. Because the more people out there behind us cheering us on, the more we're going to do. All right, so let's dive right into it.
Do it.
The first award we got to do, we'll start off with the Young Bucks. Rookie of the Year. I had Breece Hall on there. We got Sauce out here doing all kinds of things. Chris Olave and Pierce. But if you have another person, you let me know. Go ahead, GM Tommy. Who's your pick and why?
Man, I'm gonna stick with Olave there because I just have seen that body of work now consistently build every week. And it's projected out for what he's going to do by the end of this year inside of that offense that needs him. It's going to be big. He's going to put together a monster rookie year, and he's got a high upside too inside that offense.
That's like a keeper for you too, right?
Good keep.
Look, Tommy, I swear Tommy is my brother from another mother. Look, this guy thinks like me. We got the rings on for the award show. I was already gonna put the belt on to let the new subscribers know who the champion right now is. You know what I'm saying? That's still this guy right here, 2-time Raw League champion now. So amongst others. But anyway, go ahead, Swoll. Who is your rookie of the year?
I'm gonna show my Texas family some love. Shout out Texas and ride with Damian Pierce.
There you go.
I think him in the backfield leading the team behind an abysmal Davis Mills. I got to hand it to the rookie, man. He's top 5 in rushing. I think he's top 10 in scoring right now. He's carrying the load. So shout out Damian Pierce. I think he's worth a look.
I like that. Y'all laughed at me when I took Damian Pierce, and y'all were dogging me when he started off slow. And I don't want to hear about this Davis Mills as a scrub because I had to say he was a scrub, and I had many people saying, "Oh, Davis Mills, he might be a fantasy sleep." No, I don't want to hear that. Nope. Y'all don't get to play that. But I agree with you, Swoll. I'm gonna say Pierce too, but he is 6th in rushing, not 5th. He's 6th. But he's playing with nobody. He's playing with wide receivers that don't want to play. And he got to be.
Excuse me.
Hey, you got to come correct when you're out here with me and Tommy on the screen. You lucky Brandon ain't on here too.
412 rushing yards.
I like that. I like that.
Thank
I'm going
you.
with Pierce also. So we got two Pierces and Olave. But I think Olave, with what quarterback's throwing it to him,
I mean,
he's making miracles happen too. And he looks like he's going to
top
be
10.
special.
He's a top 10 yardage as well. I mean,
yeah, he's number 9 in receiving.
Right.
So you can't go wrong with either pick. I'm a homer because I got Pierce on all my fantasy teams. So I'm a pick. All right, comeback player of the year. I put this on here because everybody seems like it's a lock. I'm interested to see what y'all are going to say about this. Go ahead, Swoll. Who's the comeback player of the year so far?
I think we all know who it is. And if you say anyone else's name, you're wasting your damn time. It's Geno Smith.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Swoll.
It's motherfucking Geno Smith. I mean, come on, dude.
Not Geno Smith.
Scrub to bench to free agent to team hopping to now leading the division. Come on. Come on.
Who you got, Tommy?
I'm picking Saquon Barkley. Barkley's out there just dominating the crowd after blowing the leg out like that. He's not coming off the bench. He's coming off an injury. That's a whole different ballgame. I don't know if you can come back off the bench. You can. That's not exactly the same category.
Tommy, I won't allow it, dude. I won't allow it.
Come back off the bench.
He's been on the bench for years. He's been on the bench for years, Tommy. Half a decade.
He ain't injured.
Been for 5 years, Tommy.
All right, so Saquon's third in rushing, and he's probably going to be the consensus pick.
He might be the surprise, but he's not the comeback.
Barkley's going to be the consensus pick for most people. But I wrote with Swoll. I was going to shock you.
I like that. That's a good pick.
Just because he hasn't been a starter lately, he was one. He was a second round pick. He was like one of the best quarterbacks picked in the draft. And you know what I mean? So just because he didn't come back in the last year or the year two, just because he came back from way back, don't mean nothing. Comeback of the year, just like Cordero Patterson reinvented himself the past few years, whatever. He came back from way back. You know what I mean? Geno Smith, comeback player of the year. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody's stuck with Saquon Barkley. Geno Smith is doing big time things. You want to know why, Tommy?
Okay.
There's only 3 people with a 100 passer rating. He's one of them. Him, Jalen Hurts, and Patrick.
Where's Russell Wilson?
He's 6th in passing, 15 TDs, 4 interceptions, leading the first place Seattle Seahawks. Okay.
What?
So let's go to this one.
Record
Let's stir up a lot of stuff right here. Defensive player of the year. So I put down a few people. I put down Parsons, of course, Tommy's boyfriend. CJ Gardner-Johnson, who's leading everybody in interceptions for the Eagles. And then Raekwon Smith, who's got 54 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, 2 picks. And then Matthew Judon for my man Swoll's Patriots. Who you got? Who you got, Tommy?
I don't have any of those guys, surprisingly enough. I got Parsons.
Don't say Von Miller.
No, I got Parsons at 2. I got Patrick Surtain the second as defensive player of the year right now to come in this season. We've got the 3rd ranked defense in Denver. We just traded away our premier pass rusher, you thought. So evidently there's some faith on this kid. He's got 400 plus snaps, almost 500 plus snaps now without a TD allowed. It's not he's official. Pretty. He's official. He's won games.
He's taken away half the field. I cannot deny that.
And it's perfect. When I watch him play his textbook, it's just where he's at is where I want him to be. And he's making the play the way it should be played. I like Sauce. The Sauce comes from behind. He plays trail like Diggs. I mean, PS2 is on your butt, and I love it.
Who you got? Swoll?
I'm a ride with you, and I hate speaking about the Cowboys, but I like Mika coming off the edge. I think he's a field general for the defense. I like what the Cowboys are doing. I'm still fly Eagles fly, but let's go with that guy from the Cowboys. I know.
Well, my boy Jacob, the newest subscriber, Jacob was going to love you saying Micah Parsons. But I'm going to tell you why both of y'all are wrong. Both of y'all are wrong, okay?
Okay.
Because, Tommy, for you, first of all, too bad that you can't actually look and see what they bring to the table. Because PS2 probably is the defensive game changer as far as what he can do as far as scheming-wise. Because he does take away that field. And when you have somebody like that, it's a game changer. Right. And your boy, Micah Parsons, he can't even compete with the dude on your own favorite team, Judon. They have almost equal stats all along the board, except for one big glaring one. Parsons has 8 sacks. Judon has 11.5, And he is carrying that defense with no offense, with nobody on his team at all. He doesn't have Diggs behind him. He don't have Van Der Esch. He don't have all the other guys with him. Name somebody else on that Patriots defense doing something. Exactly. And that's your favorite team. It's Judon with his 11.5 sacks, terrorizing, keeping the Patriots even relevant. They weren't even supposed to win this many games.
Third.
I appreciate y'all's choices. Matthew Judon is the guy. Offensive player of the year. This is a big one. We can always start with Tyreek Hill, who's leading in receiving. We could always, Kupp's always in the mix. Derrick Henry's leading in rushing. Chubb's second. Diggs is scoring the most touchdowns. Who you got, Tom?
Man, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and edge towards Tyreek. He's projecting out to win about 2K on yardage.
And nobody else has done that.
No.
It would be the first time in history.
Megatron could have, but
he could have, but he didn't.
Other than that, I mean, his speed is slick, and it's his ability to take that play and make it more every time he touches the ball. That's really scary.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. Who you got? Swoll?
Man, because I mentioned a bunch of other my favorite players later in these awards, I'm going to keep it safe with just offensive and go Cooper Kupp. I mean, Mr. Consistent on the field. He's catching everything. Stafford can try and throw. He's been abysmal here. He's actually third on my bust list, but we'll get to that later. I just like Cooper Kupp. I've liked him for a while now, so let's just say Kupp. Kupp's rolling.
Well, when Tommy alluded to Tyreek Hill and what he could do in set history, and what you said about Kupp, I mean, Kupp's got double the TDs that Tyreek Hill has with one less game, and he's fourth in receiving. So he's played one less game, so he's kind of up there. But I'm going to tell you why you're both wrong again. Wrong again. This is not fantasy award. This is real life. So all these receptions and yards that Hill's getting don't amount to points. We try to score to win the game. He's not scoring to win the game. The offensive player of the year is Nick Chubb. He's second in rushing. He's the first non-kicker out of the whole NFL in scoring. He's averaging 7.8 points per game that he plays. And he's got 10 touchdowns for that team. Yep. He's scoring to keep Cleveland relevant. If Jacoby Brissett wouldn't stop throwing goal line interceptions, they would have a lot better record. The answer is Nick Chubb is offensive player of the year because he's making points matter. When you got highest scoring players, they're always kickers.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb's in the middle. Nick Chubb's in the middle.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. So that's my pick. We got 3 different choices. We'll let other people that comment decide who they think. I think they're all great players, all great players. Here's going to be one that's crazy. Coach of the year. So the ones that I have on there is New York's Dayball. We got McDaniel from Miami. We got Pete Carroll. We got Robert Saleh, Nick Sirianni, or whatever. Fuck the Eagles. Sorry. Arthur Smith for the Falcons. Who we looking at? And Bill Belichick. Who you got, Swoll?
I'm going to have to go with the Eagles coach, man. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. All night long. Every time an Eagles player gets brought up, we're going to do that flying.
No, you're going to do that. We ain't doing none of that shit. You're doing that.
We are a team here. Look.
No, we're not a team with the Eagles. Sorry.
You just have to appreciate their record in November.
Listen, I said the coach of the year.
Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's leading this team with his coaching to this record against a pretty decent division. Look, no one in that division's not doing something. Now you have the Cowboys and the Eagles at the top, and they're fighting it off. But I mean, it's kind of
right there too. Don't hate on Big Dave's team. He'll come down here and do something to you. He's a Giant fan. You know what I'm saying? He'll come down. He'll be like, yo. He'll come down here and get you. Yo, don't play.
Whole division, in my eyes, I mean, Commanders 50-50. It's competitive, dude. It's competitive. I like what the Eagles are doing. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Who you got, Tommy? Who's your coach of the year? Or do you have somebody else?
Robert Saleh.
For the Jets.
Look at we talk about division. That division is probably one of the toughest in football. He's done it. Let's listen. He needs one stat. He's done it with Flacco and Zach Wilson. And that's enough to say more than anything. His receivers, 2 of them, the number 1 receiver's pretty much been out, Corey Davis, and then Elijah Moore has just disappeared and wants to go through temperature.
And don't forget about Denzel Mims doing the same thing.
Breece Hall goes down, he grabs a running back right the next week and throws him out there, James Robinson, and gets him to play legitimate downs. This guy is impressive. impressive with what he's doing with that.
Both of y'all make valid points, dude. Tommy with the Jets, I don't even know how the Jets are winning, and then they just beat Buffalo. Yo, I don't know how they're doing it, and I don't know what's going on. And I always look at things from a fantasy perspective because I don't get nobody getting no points nowhere for the Jets. And Swoll, to your credit, I have always said the coaching staff for the Eagles has changed the whole trajectory of Jalen Hurts. They have utilized his strengths, and of course AJ Brown has mattered in that. But that's the coaching job to do that. I agree with all of that. I am gonna give a asterisk to Bill Belichick because I don't know how the hell they're winning either. I think this is one of his best coaching performances because I don't know how they're even relevant doing anything. Because you can't. I mean, the people on their team are subpar, mediocre.
They might make the playoffs, dude. They might.
Stop. Stop.
They might.
Stop doing all that, dude. Stop doing all that. Okay? Stop. You didn't even get Defensive Player of the Year on your own team. The coach of the year, dude, guys. We knew the Eagles would be good, right? We knew that. Yeah, the Jets have lived up to whatever, but there's a couple games in there they shouldn't have won. That other teams have been stupid. It's the freaking Seahawks. Pete Carroll is the coach of the year because why? Everybody said they better go get Jimmy G. Oh, they better go get Baker because their team's going to suck. They're going to tank to get the first pick in the draft and get a quarterback. And they're winning their division. They're winning their division. Their start running back goes down. Hey, we drafted a rookie. He's going to take his place. DK Metcalf wanted to get traded because he thought the team was sucking. Now he's out there with his baby pacifier mouthpiece grinning everywhere. Who's on their defense? They lost their starting linebackers to who? The Rams. Who's on their defense? They got Kobe Bryant, number 8. And when you got a guy named Kobe Bryant, that helps your team.
Oh, God.
Pete Carroll. Who thought the Seahawks were going to do anything?
Nobody.
Did we think they were going to be the worst team in football? Honestly, did we think they were going to be the worst team in football? Probably.
Bottom three.
And they're winning the division with the reigning defending Super Bowl champions and the always dangerous and still could be dangerous 49ers and the crybaby Cardinal team that is pissing me off every week, but they got ultra talent everywhere. And the Seahawks are winning the division.
It's a pretty bad division.
Pete Carroll, coach of the year. That's my favorite. All right, the surprise team of the year. I said the surprise teams. I put on there, of course, the Seahawks, the Giants, the Vikings doing what they're doing, the Jets, and the Patriots. Who you got, Swoll, or another team?
I'm going to go Vikings, man. I'm going to go Vikings.
Wow.
I mean, because, we're going to get to Aaron Rodgers. I'll put a pin in that right now. But everyone thinks the motherfucking Green Bay Packers are going to come out of the division strong-armed and ready to play football. Here comes the Minnesota Vikings charging through, leading the division. They're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to make a playoff run.
Dude, and you know what? I was going to make fun of you and call you dumb for what you had already said, but I can't even do it because on the big board, you picked the Vikings to be in last place in that division. So they might be the biggest surprise for you. That's crazy. Go ahead, Tommy.
I mean, the biggest surprise for me so far has been Indy. Indy is just falling off the face of the earth, and we really looked for that new offense. I didn't like Matt Ryan, but I thought Jonathan Taylor was going to do something this year, and that offense was going to do something.
I haven't single damn game in fantasy because of that sorry ass.
We'll get to that.
It's horrible. I've got him in the family league. It's horrible.
Tommy, look at that. Tommy, you might be right, Tommy, because me, Derek, Keith, and Kevin, and Brandon had him going to the Super Bowl. All had him winning the division. You know what I mean? And
they're fighting for.
And it wasn't Carson Wentz's fault.
It wasn't Frank Reich's fault.
I don't know whose fault it is because the past few years we've been looking at that team like their defense is ready. Their defense is ready. They started running the ball and it was like, oh man, what are they missing? They're a quarterback away. They got a loaded team. Baker Mayfield was trying to get traded there because he thought they were going to win.
It's
so they might be the most surprising team. They might be the most surprising team. But my most surprising team is the Seahawks for the same reason I just told you. The Seahawks were supposed to be nothing. They were supposed to get the first pick in the draft. ourselves? Crazy.
We lost you.
We lost
Can
you
you
for.
hear me now?
You
Yeah,
blew
we
out
did.
your microphone. You were yelling so hard. You blew
Because I
it
can't
out the
believe
mic.
Geno Smith might go to the Super Bowl.
He's not going to the Super Bowl. We got a
He
second
might
half.
go to the play. In that NFC, all it takes is somebody knock the Eagles off. You never know what might happen.
The Eagles are going undefeated, dude. I'm telling you.
No,
All
they're
right.
not.
Here we go. I can't wait to hear what these people say. Ready for this, Swoll?
Sure.
The biggest bust team.
Oh,
of the year.
fuck.
So I
Fine.
wrote down the Bucks. I wrote down the Rams. I wrote down Denver, Green Bay, and the Colts. Go ahead, Swoll. Who you or another team? Who you got?
I'm not even blaming a team here. I'm gonna dive right in on Aaron motherfucking Rodgers, dude. The worst quarterback in football right now. Are you kidding me? And he plays the blame game with his players,
Such a
his
punk, man.
coaches, his girlfriend. The ayahuasca was too strong. This guy's a chump. He's a bum. He's past his prime. He'll never be as good as Tom Brady. He needs to be benched or traded immediately to Green Bay to get better again. He's done. He's a waste of time. Bust, bust, bust. Sell, sell, sell. Get rid of Aaron Rodgers right now.
Hate Aaron Rodgers too.
God, I can't
I
stand
love it. Who you
He's
got,
a
Tommy?
fire-
Who's your
I mean, Indy.
Indy for the what you just said, right?
Oh, Indy's just horrible. They were projected by a lot of people to go far this year, and it's their offensive line, it's their running back, it's wide receivers, it's the quarterback. The defense isn't there, and this was supposed to be, like you said, a Super Bowl team. This is Green Bay. We knew in coming into this year it was going to be a struggle. There was nobody out there thinking Aaron Rodgers won't have the same year he did last year.
But hold on. Hold on.
I had to switch Green Bay into the Super Bowl app.
You picked them to be the Super Bowl, going to the Super Bowl.
No, only I switched them.
You
I
and
switched
Keith
them to
both.
Dallas. We switched them to
look at
Dallas.
it. Every single person picked them to win the division,
Yeah.
except for Brandon and Keith. Don't
But
tell me
nobody
everybody
out there-
thought Green Bay was
Nobody out there thought he was good. Aaron Rodgers. We're speaking of Aaron Rodgers. Nobody out there thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be all that. So I'm not throwing a pin in this one.
If Aaron Rodgers ain't doing nothing, how's Green Bay gonna win the division?
They have no wide receivers. It's the defense. for
If
Green
Aaron
Bay. They're
Rodgers
just
ain't
ran
doing
off.
nothing, how are they gonna win the division?
Aaron Rodgers, they can't do anything with their wide receiver core. They have no wide receiver core. And we've all seen it. We can't out there and blame Aaron Rodgers when his guys aren't open. They're not open. He's throwing them open. It's great when he does complete the pass. We're like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, for throwing a perfect pass, because that's what it takes. But with their offense, I'm watching. I got him as a draft pick. I know it. It takes a perfect pass to get his guys open. But Indy,
So let me ask
these dudes, there's not a single part of their team that's playing the way we thought. At least Green Bay has something we thought. Aaron Jones
What?
is out there running the ball.
What is he
their
doing?
receiving core's bad. Aaron
Let me ask
Jones?
you a question, Tommy. Let me ask you a question. You were talking about
Aaron Jones
golf
up to
as
this
well.
week is what?
You were asking about golf
Well,
as well, right? You know, you're a
in
good
all-purpose
athletic.
yards,
You're an athletic dude.
top 20.
You're good at athletic things, whatever, right? You're picking up golf. You started getting better and better at golf, right? But you want to get to that next level. So what did you say? Y'all were talking about you're getting somebody to help, whatever you're doing, right?
Right.
Because you know that you have to put in more time with that, right? To get to where you want to.
I've never hit off a tee. I don't need
Okay,
it. To
so Aaron Rodgers knows. He knew way ahead of time that Devontae Adams was gone, right? He knew a long time ago Devontae Adams was gone. So wouldn't you want to get with your receivers, get with people trying to make them better, make yourself better, get on continuity, trying to do some things, right?
Hell,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, I can see
So
that.
we're going to keep on blaming everybody else.
I'm not going to blame Rodgers on this wide receiving core. I've watched him play. He's playing bad, but he's not playing bad because he's bad. He's playing bad because he has nothing to work with.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one more question before we move on.
He's
So
not.
let me ask one more question real quick.
We'll see next year. They'll probably be in Minnesota next year.
Do you have to be the best player to get the most out of your teammates? No. You have to be the best leader. And the way he acts on the field, pointing out people and all that, how are you going to get the best out of your receivers
He's
to do
done
that
that
when
for
you're getting
12
blamed
years.
every 5
Bro.
minutes?
He's done
He
that for
wasn't-
12 years. He
Not-
didn't
not
let
like
Adams,
that.
He didn't let the
Not
Nelson.
like that.
Yes.
Tommy.
He did. Yes, he did. Until Adams was scoring. You don't remember Adams's rookie in second year? He was punking that dude.
Not like this, Tommy.
Yes, like this. That dude has always punked his coaches. He made his coach sit down. Pretty boy sit down the first season he got there.
You know
too.
what?
I mean, this is Aaron
Tommy will
Rodgers.
never give in. He's like a woman. He'll never give in.
I mean,
And
I've
love
just
it.
seen it. I like
And
it.
I love it. But his Super
the
Bowl
best
pick is
thing to do
Green
in the
Bay
league.
to go to the Super Bowl. So keep rolling with Aaron Rodgers, buddy.
I
Keep
got one-
rolling with him.
I got one more
Tom.
comment.
Go ahead, Swoll.
Can we also honorable mention Buzz?
Hold on, I didn't get my pick yet.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, man. Sorry.
My pick is the Denver Broncos.
I was just about to say that.
It's not to make fun of Tommy. It's not. It's not about riding. It's not about nothing. But
right.
Tommy brought up great
defense
points about his team earlier about PS2, right? So we looked at the new coach, and I remember Tommy talking like, yo, he's bringing this style. Here we go run the ball. It's perfect. We got the two-back system. We got Judy. We got Sutton. We got Hamler. We got all these mugs out here. You got all this.
I got him winning my division.
And you got the number 3 defense with a shutdown corner for the other side. All you needed was one piece. And when y'all got that man, y'all got that Russell Wilson ride man. And look at your team. Look at him. That's the biggest bust team out of any team. I don't care what anybody says. Because we knew Green Bay, like you said, we knew Green Bay was.
Can I say one thing there?
The Colts, we never thought of them as Super Bowl contenders at all. The Bucs, we knew they had.
The Colts were thought of Super Bowl. You got them in the Super Bowl, Terrell. You got them in the Super Bowl. How are they not Super Bowl contenders? You do. Turn around on that board right there. The Colts. The Colts.
No, that's Brandon.
You do too. 4 of y'all do. 4 of y'all do. Who's winning? Who's got them winning the division? Who's got the Colts winning the division?
Well, yeah, I got to win the division. But
all right, who's winning my division? Who's winning the AFC West? On our board. For real. Who's got the 3rd-ranked defense? Who's winning that? Nah, man.
I picked the Chargers to win the division.
Call it out, bro.
I picked the Chargers to win the division.
Behind you. The evidence is on the board behind you.
Listen. Hold on. These are my picks. I said as a
but
your the biggest bust
was winning your division. Indy was winning your division, and Denver wasn't even on your board.
Did you think Indianapolis was going to beat the AFC West?
Behind you? I bet you got
Chargers in second. AFC West.
I bet you got the Chargers in second. I bet you got the Chargers in second.
Right or wrong?
You got the Chargers in second. You got the Chargers in second in my division.
Who has I have the Chargers first.
What place is Denver? Is Denver even in the playoffs on your board?
They're last place.
That's what I thought.
But I'm talking about perception. Perception.
Tommy's getting mad
like a steel trap, bro.
No, because Tommy doesn't want nobody talking about his team. But see, when you
I got a mind like a steel trap.
When you look at the team and see the talent on the team,
if you was being legit, and that was really your shit,
I am being legit.
Call me out just to call me out.
Dude, I am being legit because people were counting.
Your evidence.
We had TV.
We had him on the board. Maybe I could have done it.
Listen,
I got him as.
This board is for us. This is for us.
I could have done it, but you can't do it.
This is for us. On TV, did we see Matt Ryan and the Colts every freaking day?
No,
we saw Denver.
I don't even got him on that.
That's all we saw. What did we hear from Tommy? Denver. All we needed was a quarterback. We're a quarterback away.
Right there behind you. I got him winning.
Who's thinking the Colts
got him in the wild card?
That division sucks. That division sucks. We said AFC West and Buffalo. AFC West and Buffalo, right?
Tommy wants
the Chargers.
They ain't the biggest. I've got them at like 500 football this year. Everybody else is.
You're seeing 500 football.
10
better, dude.
7 was the.
All right. So let's go to the team that we all will probably agree about. The best team so far is who? Fucking bullshit.
Bye.
Got him.
They're going to the Super Bowl. Mark it down.
You picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
I did.
You did. Also, the Steelers to shut up. Okay, anyway. I will say at least Tommy and Keith, their original pick was Dallas, and that's more likely than the Steelers.
Yeah, fair.
Green Bay ain't looking good.
What y'all pick in the AFC? Who'd you pick, Tommy, in the AFC?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. And that can still happen. We'll see. All right, gotta go quick. All right, our MVP of the league so far. MVP. So I wrote down Josh Allen, of course, Jalen Hurts, of course, and Patrick Mahomes, because it's always going to go to a quarterback. Those are the 3 players. If you have another one, feel free. Go ahead, Swoll. Who is it?
It's Jalen. It's Jalen, baby. He's doing it all. He's throwing the ball well, which we like to see, which he never really has done. Even in Alabama, he wasn't a great passer. We're finally seeing him be efficient passing the ball.
Is he now?
I think so. I see him airing it out. I like what he's doing to A.J. Brown. I like that he's getting Devontae some of the ball, too. Those two Bama boys connecting. The SEC is running Philly right now. There we go. Love it.
It's
Love to see
valid.
it.
Go ahead, Tommy.
I mean, MVP is Mahomes. It's Patty.
And why is
Patty.
it-
When I look at MVP, if you're going to ever give it to somebody other than a quarterback, we need to go by the baseball stat: wins over replacement level.
There you
I
go.
mean, if you were going to take a average QB and stick them on Kansas City, I don't think they can win. I think they're Denver's record. I mean, Kansas City has no defense. They have not the best, not the most talented wide receiving core. They don't have a back that's explosive. So it's Patrick. I mean, Tua's out there with two great wide receivers. You got Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, awesome defense in Philly. I could see them, and what they're doing on the field, but they have so much help. And Patrick has nothing else.
Awesome. I mean, we had 8 minutes, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. I agree with both of what y'all are saying because Jalen Hurts, he's 10th in passing. He's rushing the ball. He's one of the 3 people with over 100 passing percentage. But Patrick Mahomes is 600 yards over Jalen Hurts, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 103 passer rating. And we look at these teams. Josh Allen, he's got his Stephon Diggs. He's got whatever. He might even have Odell with him. Jalen Hurts got a whole revamped offense. His coaches are doing a great job. And you got A.J. Brown. Patrick Mahomes, you took away the leading wide receiver in the NFL right now who might make history. He took him away, and this guy's still doing it with a subpar defense, like Tommy said, with no running game. It's clearly Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes, and I said this earlier. I remember before when we did our rankings, I said, oh, they're going to be last. And then I started thinking about it. I said, he's going to be recognized better by not having Tyreek Hill. And look what he's doing. I mean, look what he's doing. Go ahead, Swoll.
Brady, yes.
I just feel like, thinking about it now, yeah, Pat just has the odds stacked against him. He got 2 bums to replace Tyreek. Juju ain't doing shit, didn't do shit really at all at Pitt. And Valdez-Scantling, Aaron Rodgers.
Does he play?
Hated him, didn't give him the ball. And he's still not doing a whole lot at Kansas City, but Patty's making it work, dude. Patty's dancing.
He's going to look at his kids like, yeah, I made it to the NFL, which is a gigantic accomplishment. That's amazing for you. But then his kids, once they get older, they're going to be like, hold on, you played with Aaron Rodgers and you played with Patrick Mahomes and you were still a scrub?
Yeah. So they make no money?
You were still a scrub with them too? All right, real quick, I want to hit some fantasy aspects because you see we got all the jewelry out here. Oh, no, Swoll, you can hide your hands. Swoll, you can hide your hands.
Or get a victory out there somewhere.
So I want to know who y'all think the bigger bust is for a tight end. Is it Waller or is it Pitts?
Pitts.
There's a case for Waller there because he should be doing more at the rate. There's so much hype. Shut up. I have an opinion too, and it matters. White lives matter.
You have these. We're talking fantasy. How many games you won? Oh, 0.
Bro.
Yeah, you're agent 0,
bro.
My friend. Agent 0. The QB bus. Is it Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr?
I don't have any of them. It's Matt Ryan.
Who you got then?
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was talked about in that 12-13 round.
Who was talking? You talked about it, not me. We did a show together. You sat right beside me and you were like, hey, Matt Ryan. And I looked at you like, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan in that 12. He was looked at. He's drafted at that 12 to 14 round.
I never agree with
that. Man is not even playing football. He's being paid to sit.
I never thought he was anything in fantasy. Go ahead, Swoll. Who?
I have Baker Mayfield as the bust.
Why? You thought he was good at this? Is fantasy football. Who's drafted Baker Mayfield in fantasy football? Maybe you, since you haven't won a game yet. Okay.
He's draftable.
Russell's in that same realm. Russell's in that 8 to 10 realm. So I had to give
Russell Wilson is the biggest bust. Yes, because I hate Denver and Russell Wilson, Tommy.
I know you hate Russ.
Yeah, because he took away one of my rings, little buster. All right, bust of the year. I'm going to start with you, Swoll, because this has to be your freaking guy. I had him or Najee. It's definitely your guy. Who's your bust? You said Cooper.
No. Aaron is bust.
Aaron Rodgers, your fantasy bust?
Jonathan Taylor.
It's Jonathan Taylor, dude.
Yeah, 100%. 100. Sorry, I misheard you. Jonathan Taylor. Fuck that guy, dude. Get hurt on your own. Not on fantasy time.
He's easily the biggest first round number one bust in
a long time, dude.
Maybe.
Dude, if you think about the number 1 picks previously, like they might not have been what we thought they were going to be, but they never turned out to be like that.
He's given me sub 5 points in healthy starts.
He's got four games under 5.
Ooh,
4 games under 5 points. Yeah.
All right, real quick. The wide receiver of the year for fantasy. This is fantasy.
Hill. It's
Hill, Cup, Diggs.
It's
Hill.
Even without the touchdown.
It's Cup.
Or it's Hill or Brown.
Cup's only 4 catches behind Tyreek Hill with 1 less game, and he's got double the touchdowns.
Brown is killing them in PP.
Brown's doing it too, and Brown's running the ball a little bit also. So is Cooper Kupp.
Touchdowns than I think both of those guys, not combined, but I think he's leading the league in touchdowns, isn't he?
Brown is, yeah, and in standard, Brown's crushing.
Like
Brown's
for
6.
11.
He has 6. Diggs has 7.
Okay.
All right, here's going to be one right here. I'm going to really get on Tommy about the running back for fantasy of the year.
It's got to be Chubb.
Yeah, probably.
It's Austin Eckler. The same reason why I said about
it is
Chubb.
not Austin.
Hold on. Chubb.
More.
Remember what I told you about Chubb? About being on the list of
Got
scoring
3 games
with
that
kickers?
Are
Austin Eckler is the only other person on that same list. And
let me show you why.
That's not even counting this PPR on there.
Yeah.
He's
Austin
second on there. That's a non-kicker in scoring. Second.
That don't mean he didn't get it in 2 games.
No, but Austin Eckler
I'm saying is
even yards though, which is
yes,
crazy.
that's what I'm trying to say. And in fantasy, you want those PPR points. Nick Chubb ain't giving you no PPR points. It's Austin Eckler, who Tommy said was done.
Literally done it in 3 games.
Tommy said he was done.
30,
Tommy said he was done. He's done.
He is done.
What's the surprise player of the year? Surprise fantasy player of the year. Who is it?
Oh, fuck.
It's Geno Smith.
No.
Geno Smith can start on a championship team.
For being how bad he is.
I'm talking about it in a positive manner.
In a positive one.
It's Geno Smith.
Damian Pierce.
Nah.
I knew he was going to be good. That's why I
Miles
drafted 3 teams. Miles Sanders is one of my choices too. Miles Sanders is one of, and Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs too. I love Josh Jacobs. Anything.
I've loved him for years.
Fantasy player of the year with 1 minute left. Fantasy player of the year. Who is it?
Kirk Thuggins. Kirk Thuggins.
Go ahead, Tommy. Say his name.
I like Tyreek Hill.
What?
I like
you were fantasy player of the year?
Fantasy player of the year. He cannot stop yardage and receptions. He's getting 7. His floor is probably the best in the league. He probably has the best floor in the league.
It should be Lamar Jackson at this point.
You're right, Tommy. You're right. It's because it's fantasy. He's got all these yards and catches. You add that for fantasy, it is. Second place is Patrick Mahomes, though. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's a beast.
It's doing that. Fellas, I appreciate y'all coming out on a Wednesday night with me. Always support my man Big Dave and his family. We love you. We love you. Hey, remember, we need to get together. McAdoo's, O'Neill's. They want us to do live shows. I know it's getting cold in the holidays, but if we can get one together, we got to get it done. Thank you to the new subscribers, Jacob and Leslie. We're up to 92 subscribers now. So each day it seems like we're getting some more. Keep the word out. Rellism Sports Talk. We got Swoll Daddy, GM Tommy, Facebook page, Instagram. Thank you guys. Hey, travel safe tomorrow, Swoll.